Hello and welcome to Gapeys Grow Room. Today we are going to be talking tomatoes. I've got about 25 varieties I think that I'm going to be starting this season. I've already started some of them. I got the paste tomatoes and the beefsteaks done the other day, and I've still got the cherry tomatoes and micro dwarfs to do. But I wanted to go over all the varieties that I'm planning on starting this season. And let's start with the paste tomatoes. So I've got, I think, 6 varieties of paste tomatoes that I've started, starting with the San Marzano, which is probably one of the most popular paste tomatoes that you can buy. These ones were from Fairy Morse, so pretty traditional paste plum tomato. And then I've got another one that's called, let's see, this is a hybrid tomato. So I do sometimes grow hybrids. I've got 2 hybrid varieties that I'm growing this season. And this one is called Pomodoro Squisito, and this one's from Territorial. And this one is a San Marzano type, so it's very similar to the traditional San Marzano, but it's a hybrid. And what they did with this one is made it more blossom end rot resistant. So I have had a lot of trouble with blossom end rot on my paste tomatoes over the years. So I'm hoping this one is going to be blossom end rot free for me. And then we've got one called Sheboygan. So I think there's only a couple of these varieties that I've grown before. This is not one of them. Sheboygan I got from Silver Maple Ceramics. You may see that I think 99% of the tomatoes that I grow are from seed swaps. And this one I mentioned is from Silver Maple Ceramics. Since I haven't grown hardly any of these, I do have some notes here, so I'm going to be referencing those for a few of these. So this one is from Lithuanian immigrants in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. So this is about a 6-ounce plum paste tomato. And then we've got, this one is called 10 Fingers of Naples paste tomato. This one I got from a local friend, Eric, and this one is a Roma style paste tomato. So probably pretty similar to our San Marzano here, but this one came from Wild Dreams Farm and Seeds. So Eric gave me the original seed packet that he got. He mentioned this one is also pretty resistant to blossom end rot, so that's why I wanted to try this one. And it's only 75 days to maturity, which seems like it's pretty short. And then the other paste tomato we have here is called Orange Banana. And this one I got from a local friend as well. This one's from Elena. And this one is a really pretty bright orange color. I'm not sure how well it will look in sauces. I like my sauces to be more red. I just thought this one was really pretty and unique. And then the last paste tomato, this is one I really, really love. I've grown this one several times before. This one is called Fortunia, and I got these from a seed swap as well. It's been a couple years since I've grown it. I've found it does really well in my greenhouse. I tried growing it outside of the greenhouse one year, and it did not do well at all. So I'm definitely going to grow this one here in my greenhouse. They don't produce very many seeds, which is great for a paste tomato, but it makes it difficult for saving seeds. So I don't have too many seeds of these, so I wanted to grow these again so I could save some more fresh seeds. But it's a very large, kind of ox heart shaped, I guess, but it's a really beautiful, big, and productive tomato. Okay, let's move on to our beefsteaks and larger kind of slicer tomatoes. We've got one called Marie. This one is from the Rare Tomato Seed Swap. And a lot of these tomatoes that I'm going to be going over are from that seed swap specifically. That's probably my favorite seed swap that I join almost every year over on Instagram. And I like it because there's a lot of rare tomatoes that I do not have. So I get tons and tons of new varieties every time I participate in that swap. So this one is from France. It's called Marie, and I got it from Heidi Dolan. And it's a mid-size to large bicolor beefsteak. So that should be a good one. But that one's pretty. And then this one is also from Heidi Dolan from the same seed swap. This one is called Kiev Evenings, and it's a Ukrainian tomato. And it's 6 to 12 ounce deep pink oblate. So I guess oblate, that means kind of oblong shaped tomato. So I don't think I have any quite that shape. And then let's see, we've got one from Bulgaria. This one was also from the Rare Tomato Seed Swap called Conair. and it is a pink beefsteak, and it's early to mid-season from the Feathered Farm. And I believe all the rest of these might be from that seed swap. We've got Mila from Hope Foster, and this one, I don't remember what this one is. Let's see, this one's a large orange pear. So that should be fun. And then we've got two here. Both of these were from, let's see, Aquila Procopio's garden. And I think these were also from the Rare Tomato seed swap. So one of them is called Your Smile. And this one is from breeder Sofia Sakova. And it's pink with gold stripes. Sounds like a really pretty one. And then this one I'm really looking forward to. This one is called Rebel Starfighter Bravado, and it's a cross from Russ Crowe. If you follow tomato breeding, you probably heard of Russ Crowe. He's a pretty popular tomato breeder. You may have heard from the tomato variety called Rebel Starfighter Prime, and this is from that. That's one of the crosses in it. And he's got a whole series of crosses that he's created from the Rebel Starfighter Prime. This one is called Bravado. I think it's a fairly new cross, maybe even released last year, and probably very difficult to find seeds for. And this one is a purple tomato with green stripes, and it is another Oxheart variety. So fun tomatoes to try this season. I haven't grown any of these ones. And now the smaller tomatoes, I have not started these yet. I will probably be starting these over the next couple of days. We're going to start here with the cherry tomatoes. And most of these are also from the Rare Tomato seed swap. We've got one, it's got kind of a weird scientific name, I guess. It's called BGH 186, so probably some kind of cross. But this one is from Brazil, and it's a red, round, small cherry that's mid-season that I got from Andrea Ruiz. And then this one is called Candy, I guess just Candy. And it's a red-yellow cherry, another one from Hope Foster that I got from the last batch as well. And here's another one from Hope Foster. Hope Foster had quite a few interesting varieties that I wanted to try. This one is called, let's see, Marchenfee. And she's, I guess, originally got this from the Heirloom Seed House. And it's a teardrop cherry tomato that's pink with antho. So last year I grew a ton of antho cherry tomatoes, and those tend to ripen really late. So this year I think this is the only antho cherry tomato I'm growing, and I'm not sure any of the other, I don't think I have any other antho varieties, but I'm kind of anthoed out from last season because I had so many late varieties last year. And then this one here is called Honeycomb, and this is the only hybrid cherry tomato that I'm growing this season. And I got these seeds from Gardening Today, and this is a gold orange cherry tomato. Let's see, here's another one from the Rare Tomato seed swap called Carl's Esmeland Traub, which is another red cherry tomato. This one is from Nancy Wu, and it originated in Germany. So let me know if you've heard of any of these varieties and if you've ever grown any of them. Another one from the Rare Tomato seed swap. This one's a multiflora tomato. So multifloras are ones that grow really big, huge clusters of tomatoes. The one I usually grow every year is called Barry's Crazy Cherry. That's probably my favorite cherry tomato, but I decided to try this one here that I came across from Jen Caputo Murphy. And this one is a large cherry cocktail with dark purple skin, green shoulders, and it's bred by Karen Olivier and Marcia Eisenberg. So looking forward to that one. And then we've got another cherry tomato. This one's called Tropical Sunset, and also from the Rare Tomato seed swap. And we've got a bicolor orange red, and it's a mid-season variety. And I think all of my cherry tomatoes are indeterminate, so they should be very productive. The last tomato of the cherry type we have here is called Santiam Sunrise, and this one was from the Adaptive Seeds. I've grown a few things from Adaptive Seeds. I believe they're local in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, they're in Oregon. So a lot of the seeds that they have grow very well in my area. I'm in Western Washington, by the way, in Zone 8B. And this one, it's kind of similar to a Sun Gold, I think. It's not a hybrid. This one isn't a hybrid. Sun Gold is. but it says it's a tall, indeterminate. It's, let's see, less prone to splitting, still tender skin, similar flavor to Sun Gold, but less fruity and a bit sweeter. So that should be fun. Okay, those are all of the cherry tomatoes. And then I've got a pile of micro dwarf tomatoes. So I've been really getting into more micro dwarfs the last few years. And I just got a whole bunch of seeds in the mail today that I'm going to be looking through. I haven't even looked them up yet to see what they look like, but I'm probably going to pick a few of those to try growing this season. But before I get to those, we have one from the Rare Tomato Seed Swap called Laura number 5, and I got this one from Jen Caputo Murphy as well. And this one is a regular leaf, mid-season producing elongated red fruits with yellow stripes. So that one sounds pretty. And we've got a red micro dwarf called, let's see, Ditmarscher. And this one is from Rhiannon's garden. I got these a few years ago, but I just haven't gotten around to growing them yet. And then we've got, let's see, one called Favori de Bretagne from Brianna Marie. And this one was also from the Rare Tomato Seed Swap. And the notes here say it's a dwarf bush type and it grew well in a hanging basket. So I've been having fun growing tomatoes in hanging baskets. I've grown this Shumo Fury here for the last, I think, 3 or 4 years. This one is a really great one to grow in a hanging basket. So this is one of the other few that I've grown before. And it's got variegated leaves, so it's really pretty. It's got the sweetest tomatoes ever. I do bricks testing every year on my tomatoes, and this one was by far the sweetest. I think it was like 9 or 10 bricks, which is really, really sweet for a cherry tomato. So I'm looking forward to trying this other one in a hanging basket. So we'll have 2 different hanging basket tomatoes to grow this season. Now, Rhiannon's garden, I did a swap with her recently, and I just, like I mentioned, got these seeds in the mail. So she asked me to look through her stuff and pick out some seeds, and I told her just to surprise me with some micro dwarfs. So she sent me a whole bunch of ones that I don't have yet. And if you've grown any of these micro dwarfs, let me know what your favorites were. Let's see if I can pronounce this right. Zanudu Green Goddess is one. Baby Boomer. Egypt Yellow. Bunny Kisses. Patio Choice Yellow. Florigold I have grown before, so I have that one. We've got Emerald Flame. Let's see, Tartufo Micro Dwarf. And then another one I've grown before is Mini Marzano. So if you've grown any of those, let me know what you think, because I will definitely pick a couple of these out to try. I'm not going to grow them all this season, so it'll be a tough choice picking out which ones to grow. So like I said, I'm going to be starting these over the next couple days, and hopefully we get some good germination on these. I think these are pretty fresh. I don't have any seeds here that I'm starting that are super old like I did with the peppers, which we had some pretty poor germination on those. But I think it's going to be a good season for tomatoes. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.